Welcome back to Stocklabs Market Recaps. First quarter of 2023 is in the books and was a pretty solid week for markets. Started off a little bit soft Monday, Tuesday, but then by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we saw sort of one of these classic olden time bull market moves, just marking up everything into the end of the quarter. Stocks basically went straight up from Wednesday, Thursday, and into the close Friday. So for the week, our performance was small caps leading up 3.8%, S&P up 3.4, Q's up 3.2, along with the Dow, kind of the same thing, 3.2. Bonds were flattish to down. Same with gold, flattish. And crude oil had a big move up, probably front running the news over the weekend that the OPEC Plus cartel is going to be cutting production of crude, which presumably would drive prices higher and may filter through in the inflation metrics with a new leg up in CPI type stuff, but that all remains to be seen. White House probably won't be happy with the OPEC cut because they're wanting to keep inflation low and refill the SPR and basically get everything that they want. But yeah, OPEC looks out for itself. So they're cutting production starting next month, May. And it'll stay cut, I think, until 2024, although they're constantly adjusting their strategies. So we'll see. Um, but yeah, pretty uniform performance from the indices, up 3%. Kind of everything made the same move, especially at the end of the week. And if we look at our breadth by sector, so basic materials led, highlighted the big crude move, 6% up on basic materials stocks, leading out of that group. Tech up 3.8, services up 3.94, industrials over 4, financials 2.8% to the upside. I mean, the financials, remains to be seen if the banking issues are all solved. It's hard to imagine that everything is fine now, but the Fed is allowing firms to borrow against their treasury holdings at par, so they're not really hurt by those unrealized losses that are on their books so much anymore. Consumer up 3.5 and utilities up 3. So basically positive across the board. Healthcare was the laggard, only up 1.5. And subsector wise, we have a decent number that are up over 5%. So like I said, I mean everything got marked up into the end of the quarter. Things that were leading. Okay, we've got copper and silver on here. Probably I don't see gold. Usually gold is kind of hanging around those ones as well. Solar had a nice bounce. Solar's been pretty beaten down as a sector. Semis, semis decent move, and we've got a couple oil and gas things on here. We've got 25, got almost 50 sectors, 46 sectors up 5%, which is a solid up week. On the downside, not a whole lot. So like I said, everything in the market, every index was basically up the same amount. Stocks across the board were trading higher into the end of the week. You see the laggers are the regional banks still. So I was talking about financials overall did pretty well, but the regional banks, smaller guys, they didn't really participate as much. So that's one thing. And yeah, I mean, pretty solid week from breadth perspective on an industry basis. If we check by market cap, so 1 to 5 billion was up 4.8%. 5 to 10 billion up 5%, pretty good. 10 to 50 billion up 4.8. So you can see it's very uniform. 4% for 50 to 100 billion, and TerraCaps 100 billion plus up 3.8%. So yeah, I mean breadth overall, it was kind of like buy everything. after Tuesday. Actually, the market on Tuesday was looking like it was going to close below where it had dropped to at post Fed. But Wednesday, everything gapped up. Thursday, Friday, everything extended. So that was kind of a bit of a head fake early in the week. Now, we'll see if it sticks because, the market is kind of, it's not quite overbought, but these moves around the end of quarters tend to be a little bit suspect sometimes. We'll see what intelligence has to say for the coming week. So bullish, things that are rated bullish. Okay, short Dow, short biotech, oil and gas, short S&P, short financials, and tin, if anyone's trading tin. So this looks to be like a little bit skewing to the bearish side. I mean, maybe we will, well, first let's check the flip side of this. On the downside, natty gas rated bearish, kind of typical for the last 6 months maybe. And China is rated bearish. We've got FANG rated bearish. We've got, okay, this is bullish Dow. So that kind of cancels out the other one on the positive side. So Dow is kind of more choppy, but the rest, we've got Russell rated bearish. We've got real estate rated bearish. So Stocklabs overall, based on kind of the intelligence algorithms and the recent trends, is looking for kind of a swing high to be put in here. You know, we'll see how it plays out. Like I was saying, generally these end of quarter moves, sometimes things are just getting marked up just to liquidate at the start of the new month, new quarter. So we'll see if that ramp in the back half of the week was for real. I mean, it looked like, especially Friday, was just pure kind of short squeeze action. The Bears had enough at that point in the week. But yeah, I mean, overall, solid week for the markets. You can see actually this is still left over from Friday, but 96% breadth on TerraCaps. Basically, if you had a stock that was over 100 billion cap and it wasn't up, then it must really be a dog. But because everything was basically up. But even on the low end, breadth was good all week. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how the new quarter starts. April is tax month, tends to have like a little bit of volatility. I mean, seasonality overall for the market, I think for April is usually pretty good. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, these are 30 years of stats, so for the majority of those 30 years, we're in bull markets. Still not sure that everything is quite resolved to be calling the current situation a bull market. But for now, the trend has been up this year at least. So it's been looking pretty good. We'll see if the bulls can continue pressing or if the bears kind of take control back of the tape again and start trading both directions again. So yeah, good week and starting the new month. So hopefully everyone's had a good year so far, and we'll continue it for the rest of 2023 through the summer into the end of the year. That's all from me. So talk to you guys later. Bye.